we are going to talk some more mobile market debriefs from Data.ai's latest State of Mobile 2024 report. So today we're going to talk about two major trends in the social media space. The first is that social apps help propel overall spending in the app stores. So non-gaming apps actually grew 11% year on year to over $64 billion being spent across the app stores. And when you exclude China, that growth rate is even larger at almost 19%. And one of the biggest contributors were social apps. And one of the biggest apps was actually TikTok. So TikTok had an explosive year, seeing over $4 billion being spent in their app, bringing their lifetime total to over $10 billion, which is the first time any non-game has ever done that. So people are tipping content creators and live streamers in the app, and they're electing to do this. So there's no paywall to access features. Which brings us to the second trend. So the biggest trend that we're seeing for 2024, which we saw bubble up in 2023, is that social media apps are going to be the battleground for consumer spend. Meaning, there's some shifts in the monetization space. So we used to see more ad-based models where it's free to consumers and advertisers have that burden of cost. And now we're seeing there's appetite for people like us to be directly paying to use our social media apps, whether it's tipping like in TikTok or say subscriptions like we saw with Snapchat, where they saw over 400% growth in consumer spend to over $250 million, which is huge. And that's for subscriptions to access premium features or even advanced features. And that's a young audience too that's paying for that. We also saw things like subscriptions or in-app purchases for badges, which verify your account. We saw that with Twitter or X, and they saw over $70 million being spent through apps just for that verification. In fact, we predict that over $1.3 billion will be spent in social media apps in 2024, and that's a 150% increase year on year. So stay tuned, watch this space, and dive into the State of Mobile report at stateofmobile2024.com for more social media insights, and keep following for some more market debriefs.